Come here. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Sit. Okay. Spin. Which one? That one? There you go. Doing dinners. You want food? Oh, we got dinner. Oh, let's get you. Excuse you, sirs. Oh, you sneaky kid. Excuse you, sir. Excuse you, sir. Go. I didn't say anything. I said nothing. I gave you no command. Come here. Sit. Oh, you're so. Hey. Stop. Touch. See? You are getting so good at this. Look at you. Okay, yes. Good boy. Come here. Sit. Spin. Gentle. Do you want bacon? Come on. Do you guys hear the jingle bells? I put the sweater back on him. Kind of getting started for work here. But I have a little beggar over here waiting for his share. No, come on over here. Let them see you. Come on, Jingles. Mr. Jingle Jangle. Love bacon in the morning. Do you love bacon in the morning? This is mine. No, not yours. This is mine. This is your bacon. You want to show them my favorite trick that you do? Because you got so good at it? Leave it. Stay. Yes. Where'd it go? Oh. Surprisingly, that trick only took him like a day to learn. I mean, he had to learn leave it first. That took a little while, but getting him to understand that I'm going to balance it on his nose, that took like a day. You are very smart. You are a very smart puppy. Always happen. He can get 2 on his nose and then 1 on each paw, and he'll sit there. But I'm not going to make you do that. Not right now. There's another one. Oh, what a good boy. Shake. Hey, that was a weak. These are weak. Hey, come here. Shake. Thank you so much. Jeez. Just doing the least, huh? I love you so much. I love you. I love you. Alright. All gone. No more. No more until I make toast. When I make toast, you can have some more. Okay? You're so handsome. Alright. So it is currently Friday, and as many of you guys saw earlier this week, we unfortunately lost Spartacus. I just wanted to thank everyone, first off, for being so understanding of me taking some time off from Vlogmas and from content in general. I knew that you guys would be. I mean, that wasn't even a question, but I still want to say thank you for that. And also just thank you in general for your guys's kind words of support. It really touched us seeing people comment from all over the place and stuff about how much they loved watching Spartacus on our channel and how much you guys will miss him and stuff. It made us feel so comforted to know that he was so loved by such a big community, and I'm so glad that I got to share him with you guys on this channel. He was just such a great dog. He was so loyal. He's so protective. It's so loving, and it's definitely leaving a hole here in our home, because we already had a hole in our home from when Pip passed a couple years ago, and now it feels even emptier without Spart too. Trevor and I both have been taking the last couple days off of work to just be with each other and be there for each other. And also we're just like so blessed to have such amazing friends and family. So many people are texting us, calling us, sending us messages, checking on us, sending flowers and food and stuff like that. So we just, from the bottom of our heart, we are so touched by everyone who has reached out. Like I said, both friends and family, and you guys sending us messages, leaving comments about how much you guys enjoyed watching Spart. So as you guys know, he did have cancer. He got diagnosed officially a few weeks ago, and they were under the suspicion he's actually had cancer for like a year. And at the time they had given us meds, and the reason why we were like so hopeful was because they had given us meds to treat the symptoms that were plaguing him the most, which was basically the tumor on his lungs were causing coughing and making it a little hard for him to breathe. So our vet had essentially given us medicine to treat those symptoms, because if we couldn't get the cough to subside, he couldn't keep living like that. So they said, you know, we can give you these meds to treat the cough and help him breathe better, and that will give him more time. And they were hoping to like give us another month or two by treating those. While the masses on his lungs were causing the most issues, we did know that every major organ in his body was affected, but they weren't causing as many issues. It was mainly the tumors on the lung. So we started him on meds, and the meds worked. He was eating so well, like licking his bowl clean. He had so much energy. He wanted to play. He wanted to go to the park, and he stopped coughing. He wasn't coughing anymore at all. The day before we said goodbye to him, his vet had texted me to ask how he was doing on the meds, and asking specifically how his energy was and how his eating was. And we told her both are great, and she's like, that's really great signs. So we were definitely super hopeful. That last clip I played for you guys in like the beginning montage was actually, I had a whole vlog filmed that day that I don't think I'm ever gonna put together, but I at least wanted to share those last vlog clips that I took of him with you guys, so that's why I included them here. But yeah, that day was when his vet texted us, and we were like, he is doing wonderfully. Now, unfortunately, early Tuesday, he started acting really strange, and we didn't know if he was in internal pain, because he was not himself. So we went to the vet first thing in the morning, and they confirmed that the cancer had reached his brain and it was affecting his behavior. And unfortunately, that presents a danger. Any dog that doesn't have control of their faculties, it doesn't matter how big or small, that's dangerous. Because if they forget who you are or they get scared, they're gonna lash out. Again, it doesn't matter what size, what breed, nothing. Like, once a dog does not have control of their own mind, it's like a powder keg waiting to explode. So we found out that it was in his brain, and we knew at that point that the best thing to do for him was to let him rest. And also because he was acting so strange. There were like times where he seemed unsure of us, and that wasn't any way for him to live. So we had to make the decision to say goodbye to him that day, and we're so sad. We're just absolutely devastated, because we thought we had more time. We were hoping for the holidays, but the most important thing was that he wasn't in pain and he wasn't suffering. And the day before, he had had such a great day. He got his bacon, he got toast. I had taken him to the park. I didn't vlog that part, but I had taken him to the park, and he sniffed around all of his favorite spots when we went to his favorite park. And then that night we were all just cuddling, sitting on the couch watching Christmas movies. So he had definitely a really wonderful day that day, and we're so grateful for having 9.5 years with him. I mean, obviously I would have loved to have hit 10, but even if we hit 10, it never would have felt like enough time. It never does feel like enough time with them. I mean, we had Pip for 20 years and it still didn't feel like enough time. So yeah, we're just hanging in there. I mean, obviously each day I mean, I don't want to say it gets easier because it never gets easier, but each day we're coping a little bit better. Definitely still go through bouts of sadness. But yeah, we're just, like I said, so grateful for our friends and family, their support, for you guys and your support, and also for just having so many great years with him, because he really was a great dog. He required a lot from people to earn his trust, but once you did earn his trust, he was so protective and so loyal and so loving. Like, if we had friends sleep over on the couch, there were times where he'd come downstairs and he's cuddling with our friends. We will definitely miss him a lot, and like I said, we were so lucky to have had him. And I just kind of wanted to finish off this video with telling you guys his adoption story, because I've never really told it on here because we had him for years. By the time I started my channel, it never occurred to me, but I still want to share it, if anything, also too, to end off on like a little bit more of a happier note. Trevor and I had been living together for some years, and I'd been asking for a dog the whole time because my parents wouldn't let me have a dog. So like, my dream was to have a dog. And so I don't even know what finally made Trevor say yes, but eventually he was like, you know what, yeah, I want a dog, let's get a dog. So we drove to the OC Humane Society, and we found this like blonde pit bull that we took out on a walk, and we were ready to pull the trigger. We were filling out the application, and then at the time, our apartment complex, we called them to let them know we were getting a dog, and they're like, no pit bulls, absolutely no pit bulls. And we unfortunately had to leave that dog. His name was Duke. Broke our hearts. I would have had zero problem taking him home. Something in me was just like, I feel like this may not be our dog, but I didn't know if that was just like jitters of like me just being nervous to finally get a dog. So I mean, 1000% we were gonna take him, but our apartment complex said absolutely not. I think about that dog every single day. I'm not even kidding you. I hope that he found the most perfect home, and he probably found a better home for him than he would have had with us, because at the time we lived in a very small 1-bedroom apartment upstairs, no balcony, so a dog would have no way to go out. It was a very small place. So we drove home, we were sad. We called an old friend of mine who was volunteering with rescue groups, and we told her what had happened, and she was like, hey, you know what, tomorrow I'm volunteering for this rescue group to help out at an adoption event that they're having at PetSmart. Why don't you guys come? You don't necessarily have to adopt, but check out the event. Maybe if there's no dogs there that you like, you can get in touch with the rescue and find out what other dogs they have and if there's one that might be a fit. So we said yes and went to the adoption event the next day. And we walk up, and we knew we wanted a big dog, and there are 2 big dogs there. There was a gray and white dog named Booker, and then this black and white dog named Grover. And we were instantly drawn to Grover, and we just fell in love with him. And we were nervous though, because he was even bigger than the pit bull we almost adopted. So we were talking to his foster mom, Teresa, and asking about him, and we were like, we really, really love this dog, but we have 2 concerns. And the first concern is that we live in a small 1-bedroom upstairs apartment, and we both work during the day. And she assured us right away, she's like, I know he seems big to put in a place like that, but he is the perfect apartment dog. He's very low energy. All he wants to do all day is cuddle. He has like maybe a little bit of puppy energy left where he wants to play, but other than that, all he wants to do is lay around all day. And he's like somewhere between 1.5 years old at this point. So for him to be that young and already be that chill was definitely working in our favor. So she just kept assuring us, she's like, I promise you, you're not gonna feel bad having this dog in that apartment. So that like really convinced us. And then our second concern, which actually is a really great part of this story, was that we had a cat at home, Pip, and I was like, we can't take him if he is gonna be aggressive towards cats or can't get along with cats. So she was like, I don't have a cat, but he seems like he'd be great with cats, but you guys can go bring him over to the cat section of the adoption place and see if he's fine. So that's what we did. We took him out, took him over by the cats, and had him kind of like sniff around their cage, kind of like make sure that he noticed them to see how he was interacting with them. And he was fine. He was actually more scared of the cats than the cats were of him. So immediately I was like, yes, like we'll take him. And it's so funny, the cat that he interacted with the most, my friend Anna actually ended up adopting that cat, and she named him Bart. So yeah, I forgot how she ended up actually going to see that cat. It was like a referral through us. I think we told her about the rescue or the pet event or something, and she ended up coming, meeting Bart and taking him. But I love that part of the story, that actually 2 animals ended up getting adopted from this. I am editing this right after I recorded it because it felt cathartic to me. I realized I forgot a really important part. So his foster mom let us know a little bit about his backstory. Like I had said, he was somewhere between a year and a half at the time when we got him, and they said that he had just been rescued a couple months prior, and he was just found wandering the streets of Azusa. It's the very like obscure city here in California. Not like the greatest area, not terrible, but also like not great. So he was just like found as a stray wandering the streets as a puppy. He was brought to the Baldwin, I think it's like the Baldwin Park shelter or something like that, which unfortunately is a kill shelter. And because of his breed, I know that many of you guys have probably mistaken him for a full-fledged pit bull. He is actually an American bulldog, but they're very similarly related. He's much bigger than like a pit bull, that's how you can tell. But because of that, he was immediately put on the kill list. He only had limited amount of days in that shelter before he was going to be euthanized, and the rescue group was able to get to him and get him out of that shelter. So he almost was euthanized before we even ever got him, and we're so grateful to that rescue, and we're so glad that we got him, because the thought of the fact that he could have been euthanized at a year breaks my heart, and I'm so glad that he got the chance to live a full, long, and happy life with us. But yeah, so we said yes to adopting Spartacus, and we knew instantly he was ours. And we went into PetSmart, filled up a cart full of doggy supplies, spent hundreds of dollars that day, rushed home, got the place ready, prepped Pip as best as we could. He didn't understand what we were saying, but to us, we felt better at least telling him like, hey, you're getting a brother and he's huge. A couple hours later, Teresa drops by with Spartacus to do a home inspection, and that was it from there. He was ours. She left. He actually didn't have too bad of separation anxiety. Like, he fit right in with us. He wasn't crying for her. He wasn't looking for her. Like, he was absolutely our dog. And then our friends came over and brought their dogs. We took them all to the park, and then my sister came over later with her dogs, and he got to meet his cousins, and it was just a great day. I mean, he immediately, like I said, he was our dog. There was barely an adjustment period. We did try crate training him at first, and he did not care for a crate, so he actually got really good real fast at behaving in a way that we could trust him to not be in a crate. He did have a little bit of a chew phase, but that didn't last very long. He chewed like maybe a couple of remotes and then 1 pair of my shoes, and that was about it. So all in all, as far as like transitioning a new dog in, he was a dream dog for the most part, and we're just really gonna miss him. He's been the best. Yeah, we're just gonna miss him so much. I'm so lucky to have been his mom. He really was the best dog. And again, I can't thank you guys enough for all the love that you guys have shown him the whole time he's been on the channel, and your guys' support to us now that he's passed. It means so much to us, and I didn't want to jump back into Vlogmas without addressing this. So that's what this video was for, was to say goodbye to him and address this outside of Vlogmas, because I will be coming back starting tomorrow. It's been a few days and I feel ready to. I'm ready to kind of get back to things, and obviously it'll be a little different. It's definitely a big change for us that we're very sad for, but you know, Trevor and I have each other, and we have you guys and our friends and family, and you know, we'll get through it. It's just gonna be a tougher holiday season than we anticipated, but I'm so glad that I had Vlogmas going on right now to really capture so much in the last few weeks that we had him. So I really hope that you guys have been enjoying those memories with us. Thank you so much for continuing to watch this channel and support me during Vlogmas, and be so understanding of me needing to take a little break for right now. But we're gonna hop back into it. But like I said, didn't want to do it without taking a moment to remember Spartacus and share his adoption story with you guys. But I can't stop rambling, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut myself off here. Thank you guys so much again for watching and your support. I love you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for us to pick back up on Vlogmas.